ancient Hermetic principle, as above, so below, has shaped human thought for millennia. But what makes this philosophical concept so relevant to our modern digital lives? Today, we're exploring a fascinating poem that bridges these worlds in unexpected ways.
That's such an intriguing connection. The way Vincent van Ellesmere weaves these ancient concepts into modern context really caught my attention.
Well, what's particularly fascinating is how this poem taps into a philosophical tradition dating back to the Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus. The way it explores causality reminds me of quantum entanglement theories, where observation and reality become inseparable.
Speaking of inseparable elements, the structure itself mirrors these concepts beautifully. How do you see this reflecting our contemporary experience?
You know, I've been thinking about how this applies to our digital identities. When the poem says, "I want what I need, and I need what I want," it's like describing our relationship with social media, this endless loop of creation and consumption.
That's a really compelling parallel. The way our online personas both shape and reflect our real-world selves.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is how von Ellesmere's background in both classical literature and modern philosophy influences his approach. His other works often explore these dualities, but this piece particularly stands out for its rhythmic structure.
The musicality does seem to enhance the message. It's almost hypnotic, like those ancient chants designed to induce meditative states.
Well, that's actually a crucial point historically. Philosophical poetry often used rhythm as a mnemonic device. Think about how the Greek philosophers would compose in verse to help students memorize complex concepts.
That's fascinating. So you're saying this poem is part of a much longer tradition of using artistic form to convey philosophical ideas.
Precisely, and what makes it so relevant today is how it addresses our modern paradoxes. The line, "as within, so without," takes on new meaning when we think about how our internal mental states affect our digital footprint, which then shapes our reality.
You know, that reminds me of recent studies showing how our online behaviour actually changes our neurological patterns. It's like the poem predicted these scientific findings.
And that's where the genius of the piece really shines through. It's not just about abstract philosophy, it's providing a framework for understanding very real phenomena in our interconnected world.
The way you're describing it makes me think about applications beyond just personal experience, like how this might apply to larger social systems.
Well, that's exactly where this gets interesting. Consider how the poem's circular logic mirrors the feedback loops we see in climate change, social movements, or economic systems. It's like von Ellesmere is giving us a lens to understand complex systems thinking.
That's such a powerful observation about systems thinking. The poem seems to break down artificial boundaries between disciplines.
Yes, and what's particularly notable is how this aligns with current trends in interdisciplinary research. We're seeing more scientists drawing on philosophical concepts and more philosophers engaging with scientific discoveries.
Well, it seems like this kind of integration is becoming increasingly necessary for addressing modern challenges.
Absolutely right. And you know what's fascinating? The poem's structure itself demonstrates this integration. The way it weaves together classical form, modern philosophy, and contemporary concerns creates this perfect synthesis.
So in essence, the poem is both describing and embodying these principles of interconnection.
Like, exactly. And that's what makes it so relevant to our current moment. As we grapple with increasingly complex global challenges, we need frameworks that can help us understand these intricate relationships.
That really brings everything full circle, much like the poem itself.
And perhaps that's the most valuable takeaway, that understanding these connections isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's a practical tool for navigating our increasingly interconnected world.
A poem by Vincent van Ellesmere, aka Vincent van Grelsmere. If cause is effect and effect is cause, then the reason is indeed the excuse and the excuse is indeed the reason. I want what I need and I need what I want, as above so below, as within so without. In mirrored harmony, cause and effect entwine, each one the other, a reciprocal design, the reason and the excuse, a circle they form, indistinguishable, as the lines blur and conform, desire and necessity, a dance they do play. I want what I need and I need what I say. In the realm of above, in the depths of below, as within so without, the truth starts to grow. A symmetry of fate, a reflection so grand, the inner and the outer, a harmonious band. This mystical law, all contradictions cease, as the cosmos whispers secrets in a poetic release.